Hey, hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. In this video, let me tell you how cryptocurrency can help you achieve your financial goals. The key to be financially independent, of course, comes hugely by not spending your money at every opportunity you get. Saving up is a great idea, but let's be honest. If you are working a 9 to 5 job with a minimum wage, you won't be able to be financially independent even after working all your lifetime. In fact, every penny you save up in your bank is going to be valued way less more than what you initially saved it up for. Inflation is going to eat up all your savings. The purchasing power of any fiat currency you have is going to depreciate in value. So, what's the solution for this? Having a hedge against inflation is your answer. There are several inflation hedges. Commodities historically have been very good hedges against inflation. Hence, when you own a commodity, the value of the commodity increases with the decreasing purchasing power of your fiat currency. But it is highly essential to identify these investments that will stand the test of time and not depreciate in value more than your fiat currency. Identifying the best performing asset is a very challenging task, but proper research can lead you to financial freedom. And now is where cryptocurrencies enter the space. Cryptocurrencies have arguably been one of the best performing assets of the past decade. To think that if you had just invested 5 cents in Bitcoin back in 2010, it would almost be $65,000 in 11 years is insane. Let me explain why you are still not too late in the cryptocurrency market and why investing in the cryptocurrency market could still be your best investment. Like all things in this world, the cryptocurrency markets also operate under certain guidelines and timeframes. The key to investing in cryptocurrencies and being successful at it is by having a clear understanding of the market. No, it is not a get rich quick scheme, and if you have this mindset while investing in cryptocurrencies, there is a very high likelihood that you'll probably get wrecked while navigating the market. Irrespective of anything else, the most important thing with cryptocurrencies is to have patience. Even without doing any research, if you had bought Bitcoin at the worst possible time, that is during the market cycle peak of the previous cycle, you would still be profitable by at least 50% right now. Hence, to win in the cryptocurrency market, you need to have patience and have the bigger picture in mind. The best case scenarios tend to be very profitable and can easily increase your wealth by magnitudes when done correctly. Now, if you're wondering how the cryptocurrency market works, consider this as the easiest guide to understand the behavior of crypto markets and have an idea of the potential of cryptocurrency markets when utilized properly. Like in many other instances, taking a data-driven approach is one of the best methods to understand the cryptocurrency market behavior. Based on historical data, the crypto markets tend to operate within market cycles and phases in the market cycles. Here are the various phases you tend to have during a cryptocurrency market cycle: the accumulation phase, the bull market, and the bear market. People usually measure market cycles from bottom to bottom, but there are some people who measure it from top to top and also according to each Bitcoin halving. But I measure it from bottom to bottom, and I think it is a very effective way of measuring cryptocurrency market cycles. So, if you measure it from bottom to bottom, the accumulation phase tends to come first, the bull market next, followed by the bear market. If you are wondering what in hell are these markets with different animal names, let me explain it to you. The accumulation phase is by far the longest period of a market cycle. These phases last out for 4 years, giving you ample amount of time to accumulate. If you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, the right time would be to invest during the accumulation phase. The risk during the accumulation phase tends to be relatively low as when compared to the bull markets or the bear markets. The bull market. After a long accumulation period of gearing up, we await the bull market, where the real face melting gains are made. The best situation to be in during a bull market is by having a position already established before the bull market kicks in. In this phase, all you have to do is sit back and relax and enjoy the gains that your investments are making. The bull market often results in the market being highly extended and overbought. A nice indication of these bull markets is when it's all over the news and when everybody is talking about it. This is a good sign that the market is overheated and you should consider taking some profits at this time. The bear market. The end of the bull market usually marks the beginning of the bear market. The bear market is when the highly overbought levels are unsustainable for continuing and a huge sell-off takes place. This huge sell-off also usually lasts over several period of months. And this huge sell-off usually ends with the market reaching oversold levels. So the ample time to get out of the market would be right at the end of the bull market, and you do not want to be sticking around, or your investments do not want to be sticking around during the start of the bear market. You now have an idea about what the phases of a market cycle are. But here comes the tough part. Identifying the end of the bull market and knowing when to sell is really critical for your investment. Again, relying on quantitative data analysis to identify these tops come in handy. However, you need to understand, unless you're super lucky, no one can ever time the top or the bottom exactly. Hence, it is important to take profits during these levels at the top and be content with it. Remember, be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. Thank you.